If you have weak legs, difficulty standing, or struggle with balance, you've been told it's just aging.
Research confirms that much of the strength you think you've lost is actually still there. The motor neurons connecting your brain to your legs have simply become.
We are going to fix this signal. Not just with exercise, but with 9 targeted the command center.
The first reason your leg muscles feel weak and exhausted is a lack of raw energy, and that begins inside your cell's powerhouse. Your legs contain type I muscle fibers, which rely almost entirely on efficient mitochondria for sustained endurance.
By replenishing CoQ10, you are dramatically increasing the total electrical energy output of your muscle fibers. Furthermore, CoQ10 plays a role in the function of the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels. By supporting endothelial
Snakes. When shopping, remember this. Look for the ubiquinol form of CoQ10. This is the active, readily available form.
We've rebooted the engine. Next, we address the electrical wiring itself. We will show you why one common breakfast food is
We've rebooted the engine. Now, let's fix the electrical wiring itself. The single most powerful natural precursor.
When you decide to stand or walk, your brain sends a signal that is converted into acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction. If you lack
the precursor to acetylcholine is choline. Research shows that increasing dietary choline can restore this signaling. The best, most bioavailable natural source of choline is the egg yolk. Just 2 whole eggs provide over 300 milligrams of. Here is your simple protocol. Consume 2 whole eggs within 30 minutes of waking. Why the morning? Because if you are plant-based, other sources like soybeans, quinoa, and Brussels sprouts contain choline, but their bioavailability.
We've charged the wiring. Next, we look at the mineral that acts as the essential relay point for movement commands, boosting the signal. We've charged the wiring. Next, we look at the essential mineral that acts as the relay point for movement commands, boosting the.
Magnesium is essential because it is an antagonist to calcium. While calcium contracts the muscle, magnesium relaxes it.
Did you know that up to 68% of older adults are deficient in this critical mineral? The deficiency directly impacts sleep quality and muscle recovery. Even the energy we discussed in step 1, the ATP produced by CoQ10, requires magnesium to be functional. Not all magnesium is created equal. Avoid cheap magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed. Look for magnesium glycinate for superior muscle. Because of its calming effects on the nervous system and muscles, the best time to take your magnesium supplement is approximately 1 hour before bed. We've stabilized the signal. Next, we install the master growth switch, the single most potent amino acid that overcomes. We've stabilized the signal. Next, we install the master growth switch, the single most potent amino acid that overcomes.
Leucine is not your average vitamin or mineral. It's one of the 3 branched-chain amino acids, but its role goes far beyond simple muscle building.
Leucine's core function is to directly activate the mTOR pathway, mammalian target of rapamycin. Think of mTOR as. As we age, we develop a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. Even if you eat enough protein, your body doesn't seem to. To overcome anabolic resistance, you must hit the leucine threshold, a level high enough in the bloodstream to trigger. Leucine is the key to unlocking muscle-building capacity in older adults. By supplementing with pure leucine, leucine's role doesn't stop at muscle. It has profound metabolic effects. It helps stabilize blood sugar by improving insulin sensitivity. When mTOR is triggered by leucine, it doesn't just build muscle, it also drives mitochondrial biogenesis. So, how much do we need to hit that magical leucine threshold? Research shows you need about 3 to 5 grams of pure leucine per serve. Timing is everything. I recommend splitting your leucine intake into 3 to 5 gram doses and taking them pre-workout and immediately post-workout. When you buy BCAAs, always check the ratio. You want a high leucine ratio, typically 2:1:1 or 4:1:1. Leucine proves that our body responds to signals, not just to calories. By providing this strong, precise signal, we are not just retaining.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Leucine and BCAAs in general can be quite bitter. That's actually a sign of its purity and potency.
Unlike most amino acids, which are metabolized in the liver, BCAAs can bypass the liver and go directly to the muscle tissue. acids. Beyond turning the growth switch ON, leucine also helps turn the breakdown switch OFF. If you train in a fasted state, yes, you can get leucine from whole foods like high-quality whey protein, chicken, beef, or dairy. But remember the leucine. I have to be clear, an over-reliance on simple protein powder alone can be inefficient. Whey protein is great. The muscle soreness you feel isn't just waste product, it's microscopic damage. Leucine is the rapid response repair crew. Think of leucine as not just a key to the muscle cell, but a signal that tells the cell to open up and take in everything else. If you are over 40, leucine moves from a performance enhancer to a non-negotiable defense strategy against sarcopenia. A word of caution. Leucine is a trigger, not a magic bullet. It signals growth, but you must provide the stimulus. Even outside of the gym, leucine is vital. When the body extreme stress, like severe illness or trauma, my takeaway for you is simple. If you are serious about fighting aging, preserving your strength, and optimizing your metabolism, get yourself some leucine. We've established the master growth switch. Now, let's move from muscle mass to bone mass and artery health with a nutrient. We've powered the mitochondria and triggered muscle growth. Now, let's talk about the essential fat that keeps the entire system.
Chronic, low-grade inflammation is the root cause of almost every major degenerative disease. Heart disease, Alzheimer's, arthritis.
For cardiovascular health, omega-3s are non-negotiable. They help lower triglyceride levels, slightly reduce blood pressure.
Let's look at the brain. DHA makes up about 40% of the polyunsaturated fatty acids in your brain. The benefits extend to structural health. For your eyes, DHA is key to the retina's health, protecting against aging. The problem isn't that we don't eat fat, it's that we eat the wrong ratio. The average Western diet is skewed towards omega-6s, creating a...
Dosage is critical. Don't look at the total fish oil. Look at the combined amount of EPA and DHA. My clinical recommendation for an
Omega-3s are not a luxury. They are a daily requirement for cellular membrane stability, neurological health, and systems. We've fueled the engine and cooled the inflammation. Now, let's stabilize the nerve center of your overall health, the gut.
Everything starts here. Your gut is not just a tube for digesting food. It's the largest gateway between your body and the outside world.
The gut-brain axis is profoundly influenced by these tiny tenets. Over 90% of your body's serotonin, the key... A critical detail. Strain specificity matters. Don't just look for billions of CFUs. Focus on the specific strains. Your gut bacteria perform a constant battle for real estate. Healthy probiotics simply crowd out the harmful, pathogenic bacteria, yeast, and fungi.
A huge trap for consumers is storage. Many effective probiotic strains are live and heat sensitive.
Clinically, I recommend probiotics heavily for patients struggling with common digestive issues like irritable bowel syndrome. One final crucial point are only half the story. You must feed them. Prebiotics are 30 to 100 billion CFUs per day. The benefit is dose dependent, but remember, the quality and strain are more important than just the raw number. Optimizing your gut health is perhaps the single greatest investment you can make in your total well-being. It improves your digestion, boosts your mood.
We've established the foundation of muscle, brain, and gut health. Now, let's talk about a powerful synergy. The critical partner.
The most significant, life-saving role of K2 is protecting your arteries. When you take vitamin D3, you increase calcium absorption. K2 is just as vital for bones. It activates a protein called osteocalcin. This protein acts like a glue. You should almost never take high-dose vitamin D3 without K2. It's like turning on the water faucet without having the drain pipe. There are two main forms of supplemental K2, MK4 and MK7. My recommendation is always the MK7 form. Dietary K2 is primarily found in fermented foods, especially the Japanese staple natto. It is the richest natural source of MK7. For optimal vascular health and to properly manage your D3 intake, aim for a daily dose of 100 to 300 micrograms of MK7. Vitamin K2 is the silent hero of the longevity world. It transforms potentially harmful mineral buildup into robust structural tissue.
We're nearing the end of our foundational supplements. Now, let's focus on a trace mineral that is deceptively powerful, zinc. For men, especially those over 40, zinc is minty. Zinc is crucial. It plays a direct assist and regulation of testosterone.
Zinc's role in immunity is well known, but often misunderstood. It is essential for the development and function of immune cells. Zinc is indispensable for wound healing and maintaining the integrity of your skin and hair. Here is a serious warning. Zinc and copper compete for absorption. High-dose, long-term zinc supplementation without copper can... Don't buy cheap zinc oxide, which is poorly absorbed. You want a chelated form, one where the zinc is bound to an amino acid.
Plain stink. For maintenance, 15 to 30 milligrams of elemental zinc per day is generally sufficient, because it can sometimes cause slight...
Zinc. Zinc is the invisible architect of your well-being. It quietly ensures your hormones are balanced, your immune system...
We've made it to the final, indispensable nutrient, vitamin C. For decades, it's been known as the common cold fighter, but...
Here's the key biological truth. Your body cannot produce stable collagen without vitamin C. It's an essential mineral. As a powerful, water-soluble antioxidant, vitamin C is your first line of defense against oxidative stress. Beyond skin, vitamin C's antioxidant power extends throughout your bloodstream, protecting cellular components from daily... The highest concentrations of vitamin C in the entire body are found in the adrenal glands. These are your stress regulators. When supplementing high doses, avoid standard ascorbic acid, which can cause digestive upset and poor absorption. Vitamin C is water-soluble, meaning your body excretes excess quickly. Therefore, it is best to split your dose throughout the day. From cellular energy to structural integrity, these 9 nutrients form my complete daily defense against aging. They are the key. We have navigated the complexities of anti-aging nutrition together. From the cellular power of coenzyme Q10 and the brain fuel of omega-3s shut down inflammation, how probiotics rebuild your immunity from the inside, and the critical synergy between vitamin D3 and the calcium. Your journey to optimal health is a proactive one. Don't wait for symptoms to appear before you start building your defense. I challenge you to thank you for taking the time to invest in your own biology. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and always seek to optimize. I'll see you in the next video.